So, how dumb's Colin Kaepernick? He one of the dumbest sports figures on a fucking planet. Anna insulta black people. So we gon' take a quick listen. To the dummy.
I'm gonna continue to stand with the people that are being oppressed.
No you wasn't. You was standing on a fucking football field. Until the game started where he was benched for sucking.
When there's significant change and I feel like that flag represents what it's supposed to represent and this country is representing people the way that it's supposed to, I'll stand.
Oh really Cap? You was gon' quit taking a knee when you felt the injustice stopped huh? Privileged Colin Kaepernick raised by white parents was oppressed Afro-black power man. With a lazy fro he had to put stylin' gelin' just to keep halfway standin'. Yup. Oppressed since childhood growing up with all of his black homies. He's so oppressed though. Oh god look at that cardboard box he gotta live in.
I'm gonna continue to stand with the people that are being oppressed.
Really? Because we didn't see none of the oppressed people. Where they at? In a backyard we guess. Maybe they all duckin' behind this ride. Oh god. Poor guy don't even have nothing for his feet.
These aren't new situations. This isn't new ground. It's things that have gone on in this country for years and years and have never been addressed, and they need to be.
This clown don't even have any historical knowledge. He actually thinks no one's addressed it? He heard about it because no one's addressing it? Guess he used his psychic powers. That's how he found out because no one's addressing it.
It's something that I've seen, I've felt, wasn't quite sure how to deal with originally.
And you still don't fucking know how. Never been addressed huh? That stupid motherfucker's ignorance is offensive. Never been addressed. He never heard of this man huh? Or him. Or him huh? Was a time blacks couldn't eat in the same places whites could eat, sit at the front of buses, swim in the same pools, drink at the same fountains, use the same bathrooms, or suit up a play on a quarter football field and make millions. And certainly couldn't become a president. Here's the man who could tell us dumb motherfuck about oppression on the field. But he ain't done shit. A caps high yelling he did it all.
I mean, I've had times where one of my roommates was moving out of a house in college, and because we were the only black people in that neighborhood, the cops got called and all of us had guns drawn on us.
Really? So let's get this straight. Y'all was hauling shit out of a house. Like people robbing homes do. That it? Nah wait, let's really get what this genius is saying. Only Cap in his buddies was black in a neighborhood. And a cops got called. That would be your neighbors being racist, not the cops. Cap, so goddamn you one stupid motherfucker. But let's dive deeper into Cap's logic. It's impossible for black people to rob homes in white neighborhoods. That it? No wait. You think if a white person thought someone white was robbed in a crib, they wouldn't call a police? That it? No wait. Your friends lived in a crib and was moving. So if a black guy was robbing the crib while your friends were in it, they wouldn't call a police because the burglar's black? No wait. If he called the police, the burglar would have the right to holler racism and claim y'all only called the cops on him because he was black. Could it be possible your neighbors knew y'all was black and thought you was being robbed? That they was actually trying to protect the black people? Don't know, just axin'. Pretty sure they seen y'all before.
Because we were the only black people in that neighborhood, the cops got called and all of us had guns drawn on us.
So you know that for a fact. You spoke to the caller huh? And he said he knew you wasn't robbed in a crib, he only called the cops because your friend was black and he wanted to fuck with ya. That it? Did the neighbors ever call the cops when you wasn't hauling shit out of the house the way burglars do? For standing in front of it? Or walking down a street? Nah wait. You think black people don't call the cops on black people huh? That it? Then again, you wouldn't know, you wasn't raised around 'em. So privileged Colin Kaepernick thinks black people don't call the cops on black people. White people don't call the cops on white people. And black people don't call the cops on white people neither. This guy's a fucking genius. What a brilliant motherfucker.
Because we were the only black people in that neighborhood, the cops got called and all of us had guns drawn on us.
Really? Guns drawn? Yeah Cap. That's because people who rob cribs are often armed. With guns. And we thought y'all was robbed in a place and most cops ain't got Doc Holliday skills with a gat.
I'm your huckleberry.
So it's wiser having guns drawn just in case, dummy. Same way they woulda came with guns drawn if you called instead. I mean you woulda wanted them coming, right Cap? Though according to you they shouldn't if the robber's black. No wait. They should ask if the robber's black and then tell you they ain't comin' if he is because they ain't racist, right? Oh wait, nah. Then you'd flip it and claim they didn't come because they're racist, right, Cap? Because you's the only black guy in a neighborhood, right? Even though you don't look black. And trust us, this ain't no Jerry curl, that's Cap's real hair. That's why you tryna pick it out and rock a fro hoping it'll help, right, Cap? Yucha expect 'em cops comin' when you call, right? It ain't racist when you call 'em on a brudder, right? Because you superior, right? Did they shoot ya, Cap? Did they beat ya down? Nah, you explained it was your crib and they left you alone, didn't they, Cap? Matter fact, we'd gamble they even apologized. Didn't they, Cap? The white cops apologized to you and your black buddies, didn't they? But ya ain't tellin' that part, ain't that right, Cap? Even though it wouldn't have been a cops being racists in that situation, it'd have been your neighbors, right, Cap? And we wouldn't be shocked if they ignored all a weed, bongs, blunts and coke too. But ya decided it was because you was black, and even though you don't look black they really didn't think you was robbing squat, they just wanted to fuck with you, right? Tell us something, Cap. If you called the same police that night and told 'em you was being robbed, would they have showed up? Do you call a police when you got a problem? And we seen a dumb shit rowdy jocks do, so we know damn well why the cops was really called, which a lion ass ain't tellin'. But he got nerve to compare that shit a brudas actually getting shot down by racist cops. For real. You know, if any real brudda, which means a guy that couldn't tell us this was their biological brother with the same parents and have us believe it. Unlike Cap. If a guy like that told us that, we'd believe it. But not this clown ass motherfucker that thinks this shit's the hood where he was raised. Racial profiling exists. And Cap don't know squat about it. And it ain't racism every time the cops get called. Cops get called by blacks on blacks and whites on whites every day. Know why you don't hear those stories? Because they're fucking boring, that's why. No one wanna click the shit, that's why. No one wanna hear trailer trash hollerin' at one another while being handcuffed. But yes, y'all black people call the cops on black people. Cap, who don't even look black's a joke. He look like a white woman had a kid with some Middle Eastern motherfucker. But we personally never call the cops for protection because we ain't disarmed. But if we did, they better show up with guns drawn. So just don't buy stories from frauds trying to make money. Because there's two sides to every one of them. And the teller's always gonna make their sound best. Especially if they making millions faking knowing what in a fuck it's like to be black and oppressed. Cops rolled up guns drawn thinking I was robbing my own house too. And black people made the call, wasn't no cherry pick. I didn't make no fucking racism event out of the crap. Told 'em it was my crib and they apologized. Then asked me for marketing advice. After apologizing 50 more times. Big shit when you don't act the fool and lose control. You end up being the one actually in control. Even of the cops. And no, y'all, we ain't got no special love for the police. However, we have common sense. And our common sense tells us privileged Colin Kaepernick and his football buddies were the only ones in a white neighborhood and he offended due to all the other privileged white neighborhoods where he didn't get a cops called on him. Due to that being a way his privileged asses always lived. You tellin' us this fool been confronted by the cops once in his entire fucking life. Let go with a apology. Fucking unbelievable. Lucky pussy.
I'm gonna continue to stand with the people that are being oppressed.
Oppressed black people. He talking people in a hood because rich black people ain't oppressed.
I'm gonna continue to stand with the people that are being oppressed.
He gon' continue. So he was standing with him before. Where? Here. That where? Oh buddy, gon' continue. So he was standing with him in a hood before, huh? In a subways, huh? Eyes raised, told not to stand close to the edge, them tracks might get pushed when a train's comin'. Was Colin Kaepernick. Eyes raised, told be on guard for any motherfucker more than 15 feet of your back, was Colin Kaepernick. Hadda be concerned with brothers shootin' me more than a fucking cops, was Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick left so many motherfuckers who attacked him face down in a pool of blood he ain't even sure how many knuckleheads he might have killed didn't not check in their pulses right. Oh yeah, Kaepernick knows that oppressed hood life he had growing up here. And for all those who lived it and still live it, you ain't getting the money for what you been and go through. Kaepernick raised here by white parents is. Colin Kaepernick's a fucking joke. And for those who don't know, white cops fuck up white people every fucking day. We'd show y'all but we doubt YouTube would allow it. And black cops fuck up black people. Sometimes it's racism. More times a fucked up cop's just a fucked up cop to anyone. And a good one's a good one. To anyone. But this shit ain't about no racism with Cap. This shit's about a spoiled privileged narcissist thinking how dare you question me, I'm high yella. And a way to make money. And a ironies, this ain't even a dumbest of the dumb shit with Cap. This just speaking on one of the loads of dumb things this clown said. And it ain't even close to the dumbest.